Welcome to Optonex Tech. Are you ready to take your navigation menus to the next level? In this video, I am going to build a fully dynamic and customizable navigation bar using React. Whether you need a sleek horizontal menu for your website or a powerful vertical sidebar, I've got you covered. We'll dive into active states, beautiful hover effects, and responsive designs, all in one simple reusable component. Watch till the end, because by the time we're done, you'll have the skills to make any navigation system not just functional but stunning. Let's jump in. We have already created React project. In that, create new folder named Navs inside components folder of src which contains two files, index.jsx for component logic and navs.css for custom styling. Moving to index.jsx file, first we import navs CSS file. We define navs as a functional component which accepts several props, such as items, which is an array of menu items, and orientation, which can be set to horizontal or vertical for different layouts. You can customize the background color, text color, and active color for flexibility in styling. With the hover effect, you can enable smooth transitions, and there are options to tweak border radius and box shadow for a polished look. The onClick function lets you handle item selection, and the active item highlights the selected menu. We can also add dynamic classes if any. We return a nav element of class nav container and dynamic classes for orientation, horizontal or vertical, and any additional class passed via props. The styles, such as background color, border radius, and box shadow, are applied based on the provided props. The UL element, with the class name navlist, serves as the container for the navigation items. Next, we dynamically generate the list items using the map function. The items array, passed in as a prop, contains all the navigation items. For each item in the array, we return a li element. Each item is assigned a unique key using its index. The class name nav item is applied by default, but we also add an active class if the active item matches the current item's name. The onClick event checks if a click handler exists and calls it when the item is clicked, passing the current item as an argument. Then, we apply inline styles to each li element. The text color is conditionally set based on whether the item is active or not. If it's active, it uses the active color prop, otherwise, it uses text color. Additionally, if the hover effect prop is true, we add smooth transitions for background color and transformations. We add hover effects to each item using the on-mouse enter and on-mouse leave events. When the user hovers over the item, if hover effect is enabled, the item scales up slightly to 1.05 times its size. When the user stops hovering, the item returns to its normal size of 1. Finally, we close each li by rendering the item.name inside it. At the end, we export navs component to use in other parts of application. Now let's write our CSS. The nav container class defines the overall styling of the navigation component. It adds 10 pixels of padding around the container for spacing and uses display flex to enable a flexible layout. Next, we handle the horizontal orientation by targeting the horizontal class. Setting flex direction row arranges the items in a row. The justify content center rule ensures that the navigation items are centered within the container. For the vertical orientation, we define styles for the vertical class. Here, we set flex direction column to stack the navigation items vertically. By default, we align the items to the start of the container with justify content flex start and align items flex start, keeping them aligned to the left for a tidy appearance. Now, we style the list itself with the class navlist. We remove default list styles with list style, none. Setting both padding and margin to 0 ensures that there's no extra space around the list. We also use display flex here to allow the items to be laid out in a flexible manner. For horizontal navigation, we define a gap of 20 pixels between the list items. In the vertical list, we set a smaller gap of 10 pixels. Additionally, we confirm that the flex direction is set to column to ensure the items stack vertically. The nav item class styles individual navigation items with a pointer cursor, 8 pixels vertical and 16 pixels horizontal padding for better click targets, and a 4 pixels border radius for a modern look. The transition ensures smooth background color and transform animations over 0.3 seconds for a polished user experience. We add a hover effect to the navigation items by changing their background color to a light gray when a user hovers over them. When the navigation item is active, we set the background color to a strong blue and the text color changes to white for better contrast. We start by importing the useState hook from React and the Navs component, which will handle the rendering of our navigation items. Next, we define two arrays for our navigation items. The horizontal nav items array contains links for a top navigation bar, while the vertical nav items array is used for a sidebar. Each item is an object with a name and a link property. We utilize the useState hook to create state variables for tracking the active navigation items. Active horizontal nav is initialized to home for the horizontal navigation. Similarly, active vertical nav is set to dashboard for the vertical navigation. For the horizontal navigation, we pass the horizontal nav items array to the items prop, set the orientation prop to horizontal to dictate its layout, define the background color, text color, active color, and other styling properties to customize its appearance. The onClick prop is a function that updates the active navigation state when an item is clicked. Using setActiveHorizontalNav, the active item prop is assigned the current active horizontal item. For the vertical navigation, similar to the horizontal navigation, but with the vertical nav items array, we set the orientation prop to vertical to render the items in a vertical stack. The other props are set similarly to customize its appearance and behavior. Now our development is done. Let's test the demo. Here, we showcase two navigation bars, a horizontal menu for top-level links like Home, About US, and Services, and a vertical menu ideal for dashboards with options like Profile and Settings. Each item is fully interactive, with hover effects and active states that change the look and feel, providing a smooth user experience. You can easily customize colors, add a box, shadow, or tweak the hover animations. Watch as we dynamically update the active state by clicking through different navigation items in real time. And that's a wrap. We now have fully customized and dynamic Navs component which can be reused in any React app. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned for upcoming videos.